Hello everyone, this is our lecture number 17. In this lecture, we discuss about the design of doubly reinforced beam. In previous lecture, we solved one numerical on analysis part. Now we study some steps which we used for designing the doubly reinforced beam. In our previous lecture, we know that when bending moment is greater than moment of resistance of singly reinforced beam, in that case we have to design the doubly reinforced beam. That means bending moment is equal to mr1 plus mr2. Why we write this? Because we know that in doubly reinforced section we divided this in two parts. One is this is called AST1 plus one is this is AST2, and here we write ASC. So this is our MR1 and this is our MR2. So MR1 is nothing but it is a MR of singly reinforced beam, and MR2 we have to find. So how we find MR2? MR2 is equal to bending moment minus MR1, and MR1 is the MR of singly reinforced beam. So for finding MR of singly reinforced beam, what we have to do? We put MR1 equal to MU limit. Means we have to solve this part as a balance section, and we used here balance section equation for finding the moment of resistance of this part 1. After finding this MR1, we have to subtract this MR1 from bending moment and find the MR2, and this MR2 gives us AST2 and ASC, which is required in doubly reinforced beam. So this is our condition. When our bending moment is greater than MR singly, means moment of resistance singly reinforced beam, in that case we have to design the doubly reinforced beam. Now in doubly reinforced beam case, we have depth and width both are given, because here we restricted the depth and width. That's why we use doubly reinforced beam. Otherwise, if we not restrict this depth and beam, then we have designed the singly reinforced beam. So that's why in doubly reinforced beam, this D and B value is given in our numerical problem. Just like in singly reinforced beam, when we design the singly reinforced beam, so here we have to find the dimension also, but in doubly reinforced case we have given this dimension. Only we have to find the AST1, AST2 and ASC, means area we have to find. So let's begin how we find this area. First area calculation is very easy. First area calculation is very easy. That's how we find. We know that MR1 is the moment of resistance for singly beam, so we put this equal to MU limit, and MU limit value is depends on the FE value. Means for FE 250 MU limit have a different formula, for FE 415 FE limit have a different formula, and for FE 500 MU limit is a different formula. Now I give one example for that. MU limit is equal to 0.36 FCK B XU max D minus 0.42 XU max. This is the MU limit formula. Why? Because in this we used maximum value. If we not put mu limit value here, then here we used xu value. So this is our mu limit formula. Now we convert this formula in other form. 0.36 FCK B d square xu max upon d 1 minus 0.42 xu max upon d. How we get this formula? Easy. We take this d from here and multiply with d here. So here we get this form. Why we get this form? Because we know that xu max upon d value. You already know that xu max is equal to 0.53 d in case of Fe 250. So in case of Fe 250, what you write? xu max upon d is equal to 0.53. That means here we directly write xu max upon d is equal to 0.53. So here we change this equation. 0.36 FCK BD square 0.53 1 minus 0.42 into 0.53. Now when you solve this equation, you get 0.148 FCK BD square. This equation you get. So this is the equation of finding the mu limit for Fe 250. Same we have find for 415. For 415, 0.138 FCK BD square for Fe 415 and 0.133 FCK BD square for Fe 500. So these are the three formulas which we used for solving the mu limit. So in our case, if we have Fe is equal to 250, we use this formula. For 415 we use this formula, and for 500 we use this formula. So directly here get the mu limit value. So from this equation we get mu limit. So with the help of this equation we get mu limit. Now we have to find area AST1, AST2 and ASC. So in that case we have AST1, and here in MR2 we have AST2 and ASC. So first we have to find the AST1. So mu limit is equal to 0. For example, here we have Fe 415. So for Fe 415 we have 0.138 FCK BD square. You find this value. After finding this mu limit, means MR1, so we put the equation MR1 is equal to 0.36 FCK B xu max d minus 0.42 xu max. So this is the equation for compression side, and for tension side MR1 is equal to 0.87 Fy 0.47 Fy AST1 d minus 0.42 xu max. So we have to find AST1. So MR1 is equal to mu limit. MR1 is equal to mu limit. So here we put this and change this equation, and here we get AST1 is equal to mu limit is equal to MR1 divided by 0.87 Fy d minus 0.42 xu max. So this is the equation for finding the AST1 value in case of doubly reinforced beam. Same we have to find for part 2, means this value, because our bending moment is greater than MR value, so we have to provide reinforcement in compression side. So for that we have to find the area of both section. So first section is clear, we have one formula for that. Now we have to find the MR2. So for finding the MR2, we know that part 2 equation is ASC FSC minus 0.45 FCK D minus DC. One equation is that, and one is 0.87 Fy AST2 D minus DC. These two equation we have for MR2 part. So we know that MR2 is equal to bending moment minus MR1 or MU limit, whatever you write here. So this equation we get here MR2, and MR2 is equal to this equation. MR2 is equal to this equation. So for ASC we use this equation, and for AST we use this equation. So for AST2 we use this equation MR2 divided by 0.87 Fy D minus DC, and for ASC we used MR2 divided by FSC minus 0.45 FCK D minus DC. So these are the formula we used for solving the area of steel in case of doubly reinforced beam. Because in this section our depth and width is restricted, so we have dimension, but we don't know how much reinforcement we have to provide. So for that we have to find the area of steel for compression side and tension side both. So here we have find AST2, ASC, and previously I show you how we find the AST1. So these are the formulas which we use to solve the problem based on the design of doubly reinforced beam. So this lecture is over. We meet with new lecture. In this we solve one problem based on these equations. Thank you guys.